how did you like end up from doing that and then Alliance? Like.
Thanks for mentioning this, by the way. Check out the Alliance store.
Calm down.
If the guy talk to me like that, it's very hard to reject him. The way other...
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. When they started speaking, I cannot understand a single thing,
Because the accent is
the
heavy,
accent is so strong. I literally mistranslated so many things, and I felt so bad. Hi guys, my name is Faye.
Hi, Flava here, guys.
And today we have a special podcast. Okay, this is going to be a regular thing, and we have two special guests with us today. And this is Mushi.
Hello, I'm Mushi.
And this is Leon Arthur.
Hello.
So, you guys may be wondering why did we make this podcast and why this podcast exists. So, Flava, you want to tell them?
I like how I'm the one who's going to be telling them that. But anyways, this whole concept that we're having here is actually just doing it for fun. I believe that this is an opportunity, a platform for us to give back to the community. And what more to better do this and work together with some people who have been around in the longest time in the ecosystem and see how we can actually work together building a better community.
Yeah, so today we have Mushi and Arthur with us today. So I guess if you guys don't know who they are, which I assume you guys already know, but I feel like you guys should just give a proper intro.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, because maybe, there are like new people in the scene who don't know who you guys are. Because I remember, right, when I first came into the competitive scene, I don't know who anyone is, And then my friends are like, oh God, this N God lah, B God lah, all this A God. I'm like, who are all
So
these
many
people?
gods.
Yeah, I don't know any of these people. So I guess it's a very good a way for you guys to put yourself out there for all the new people to understand what you guys do.
Yeah.
Mushi, go.
Yeah, start first. Don't be humble, you better not lie. Intro yourself properly.
Intro myself properly.
Yeah.
For a long time no do introduction. Okay, my real name is Chow. My in-game name is Mushi. And can I hide about my age?
Okay, no need to tell. Okay.
Three. Okay, start from 3. Okay. Yeah.
Pushing 40.
Okay, your turn.
Finish already?
Yeah, bro. That's it.
What do you do?
So what do you do? What are you?
What are you?
Alright, I've been in the industry, esports industry for a pretty long time. I guess around 18, almost 20 years. Then I'm a player. I play more than 15 years. I think more than 15 years. But also I'm not playing anymore. I'm just coaching right now.
Huh, really? Why?
I give myself a timeline because I think the world has so many things to do. I don't want to start in one place for forever,
Okay.
Yeah, because at that time I transitioned myself into the coach because I found it very interesting.
But the way you intro yourself, you sound like just another player. Can you tell everyone exactly for what teams you actually play?
Your most prominent teams lah.
Okay.
Yeah, people
I
know
think
you.
people start noticing me start from Cybertime. Cybertime into Orange.
Mm-hmm.
I think I skip a lot. Nirvana MY.
Oh.
Yeah. And also Fnatic, DK, what else? CCM. There's more.
Now you're in. Now you're on the page.
Ministry. Aish.
Everybody's like, look at this guy.
Yeah,
Exposed already.
IO. Yeah, boom, coaching, start coaching from boom. Yeah, and I guess that's all.
Okay. So you guys can clearly see that most of the ones that he mentioned are all the professional esports organizations on a world level, I would say.
I feel like if you don't know Mushi, you're not Malaysian lah, to be honest.
Oh, damn.
Really, man? I don't. You feel so?
No.
Yeah, he's
Or
very high up there.
you probably just came out from a rock or a cave.
Okay, what about you, Leon?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, compared to Mushi, I'm a very young guy. I would say,
You start with that. Okay.
I mean, young in terms of experience. In terms of experience. Yeah, because I do like to say that I'm pretty new. Sometimes I feel like I'm still a rookie. I think I'm entering my 6 years now into esports. I'm currently working with Alliance as their team principal for Dota 2 division. Team principal is a rather unfamiliar role, so it's an inspiration from F1 actually. So if there's any F1 fan out there, what a team principal is. A hybrid form of manager and coach. So that's the things that I'm doing with Alliance right now. Before I started as joining Alliance, I have been working as content creator, casters, and then sometimes managers for some stacks. So yeah, that's the role of the grind before Alliance time.
I like she cast, by the way.
Really?
I remember during the old days when I did casting.
Yeah, I mean, one of the most memorable one which is probably with Kidal. I don't know if you guys remember Kidal. I casted a community event with him, and then he was casting in Malay, I was casting in English, and that was a very fun dynamic, I feel. Because I've, at least personally, I've never heard a cast that is the language being used is 2 different languages. Okay. And I thought that this is probably only Malaysian that can relate to this or that can understand this. So it was pretty fun.
Interesting. Now, what is how did you make? I mean, look at the sweater that you wear right now. It is the Alliance.
Yeah.
That is also so obvious. How did you end up from doing that and then Alliance?
I see. Thanks for mentioning this, by the way. Check out the Alliance store.
Oh,
calm down. Just kidding. Okay, that's a good question. I think so. It was one day. I remember Loda started to message me on Twitter, and I was like, "Holy shit! This is the legend Loda." And then he was asking me some opinions about C players. Basically, he's looking into C talents, and then he wants some suggestions lah. And then I started chatting from there. And then at that point, I was already interested in getting into a team, working as coach or manager actually. So I actually, after a conversation, I just texted him, "Yo, actually, I wonder if you're looking for assistant coach to help you out."
Wow, you opened the door.
Yeah. So I asked him this, and then he said, "Yeah, why not?" And then he asked me to join the trial in a 1-month trial. Yeah. And then after that, I turned officials, and then the story goes on from there.
Damn.
Yeah.
How long to get into that? How long in the career?
4 years maybe.
4 years. How long did you have to play and do so many things before you become a coach? Damn, that's not fair, man. That's not fair.
I mean, definitely a bit of luck also, to be honest. Yeah, because he reached out to me first, right? And then I feel like if I follow up with the question, it may look a little bit more natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all in all, I feel like this is the story in esports, right? Sometimes we have to fight for our own luck and then opportunities, and I'm sure that all of you can
I
relate.
think if the guy talk to me like that, it's very hard to reject him. The way other
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, did you and Loda know each other before that?
No, not at all.
Or was it because of the translation thing?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was Kelly. So Kelly is the co-founder of Alliance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then from there, from what Kelly told me, she suggested my name to S4 when they were in the TI10 roster. But then it didn't happen. So after the roster, after they switched the roster, then she suggested my name again to Loda. And then Loda reached out to me then.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was all because Kelly, to be honest.
Okay, I thought it was because of your English bahasa khas with Kidal. I don't know, man.
No, this guy, right, he is trilingual to the core, Okay, so there's a funny story to this. Yeah, so at the time, right, Kelly asked me to, what was that?
The ESL.
Yeah, the ESL. I forgot which ESL, but she basically wanted to look for a translator for the China teams. Yeah, and then she asked me if I could do it. Then I'm like, my Mandarin not that good. It's okay lah, but it's not super good. Then she's like, oh yeah, but I cannot find anyone really. Can you do it? It's a really good opportunity. You should try. Since you know Mandarin, just do it. I'm like, okay, sure. So right, I spent I swear I didn't have any time. I had less than 24 hours, right, to learn all the Mandarin lingos, from Dota. I legit don't know anything. I had to call ISS. I'm like, hey, what is this in Mandarin? Can you teach me? So he told me everything. I was like, okay. And then the interview came, right? Oh my God. When they started speaking, I cannot understand a single thing,
Because the accent is heavy,
accent
right?
is so strong. And then after the first session, I'm like, oh my God, I don't think I can do this anymore. I literally mistranslated so many things, and I felt so bad. And then I called Leon. I was like, hey, Leon, you want to take my spot? I really cannot. Because he used to study in China, right? And then I thought, okay, he's a good fit. So I texted Kelly. I was like, Kelly, I really cannot do this. I feel like I'm translating everything wrong. I cannot get what they're saying. And then I told her, can I get my friend to do it for me? So I introduced her to Leon. Yeah, then he took over. Oh my God, he was so effortless.
I didn't know you were a translator.
Yeah, he's so effortless.
Yeah.
That one I don't know.
Yeah, I did a bit of that also.
Yeah.
So behind the scenes stuff, if you guys don't know, right? Yeah, Leon has that.
Yeah, so actually it turns out on my Alliance, It's all thanks to Faye lah.
Say that lah.
Dinner on you, dinner on you.
Dinner on me already. have to be already.
He saved my life, I swear. Or else I cannot go through with the interviews really.
Glad all that went happen. Now, of course, having our podcast for today, I'm very sure since we have some amazing guests, we have some juicy questions for them right here. Okay, we got Mushi, so we got Arthur joining us right here. So Shofei, you want to kickstart things first?
Yeah, sure. But actually, right, can we ask like why did this community started? Yeah, Mushi,
Mushi.
Yeah, like overseas all the time. Why suddenly come back and like create a community in Malaysia?
I mean, we look at you, you're always like, pro team, you're a pro player, all that, and you don't play around in locals here, like too small for you. But now you're back in Malaysia and suddenly you're like boosting up the Dota community. Like, why is that?
I'm not saying that I'm not around Malaysia. I love my country. I love the people in Malaysia. Actually, although my person in overseas, but my heart is in Malaysia all the time. Because I think we call it based on region now, okay? Because like we don't have like Malaysia fighting other country. We call it as Southeast Asia, right?
Southeast Asia, yeah.
So my thinking is, as long as I'm based in Southeast Asia, and I will have a chance to improve the industry.
That's true.
Yeah, like this is one of the reasons that I always go China 1 year and I come back. I didn't stay longer. Yeah, because I feel that it didn't help so much of my
Home country
as well. Yeah, and also that I don't really enjoy Malaysia local tournament that much. I recently only joined MDC to just especially I play with two fans, right? Yeah, because I feel that if I'm at this level and if I go join those competition, I think I will feel that they're feeling bad to play against me. Yeah, right. Like it's not good lah. Right? But if I join with fans and to play together, I think our level is kind of similar, so that you can learn more stuff lah.
True.
I also like how you all stream your live stream games also, like so that people can understand what is really going on in a pro game setting, and then how you guys actually talk to each other. Because I remember, at least for myself, back in when I was a pleb, I always wonder how does the pro talk to each other, how do they recap the games, how do they discuss things, and then I feel like with this opportunity, finally they get to see a lot of people actually. Because every time I go in, I see Discord is always full. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I think not many people have the opportunity to actually witness all this, and most of the time, pro teams would not want others to find out about this kind of
Exactly.
and all this. So when you get the opportunity to actually have a listen to how the pro teams do it, it is definitely an opportunity that nobody wants to miss out on it.
That's our main purpose, to make the community, because like I know that last time back then when I was still a player, before I was being pro, there's a lot of local tournament that is held by sub cafe, but it don't have it anymore. So that's where I grow. That's where I get exposure as well. But right now in Malaysia, it's like getting down all that, right? And I realized that actually first we need a community to gather everyone. Yeah, not really just Dota. I think like for other games, I think they have their own community. But I think the community is needed to know each other, to talk to each other, to at least like because back then we played in cyber cafe, we get to know friends. But right now everyone play at home. We don't know each other.
True.
Yeah. So that my thinking is just very simple lah. Want everyone to have a community, know more friends, and then see how far we can go. And maybe someday there's a pro that coming out from this community that will be very happy,
Yeah. I think everyone from the community will be very proud, because someone from us actually went out there and then become pretty good.
It's a product from a collective effort.
Exactly.
Because back then everything's a free for all. Like everybody just do their own thing. Nobody was willing to help anyone ever. Yeah. And I think like if I was a Dota 2 normal citizen, or should I say just a normal pleb, right? And if I found, wow, Mushi is building up the community, like I'll be very excited around that.
Yeah, actually a lot of people I see, every time I go into the Discord, right, there's someone there, one. Yeah, it's quite
the
cool.
lobby room.
Yeah, the lobby room. Yeah.
Quite active. I'm also very happy about it.
Yeah.
So this is a gentle reminder for those who are actually listening and tuning in to this podcast, that if you guys have not joined yet, not just the social media platforms, but also our Discord, be sure to join, because there's a lot of friendly people. That's all it. as much as, in all honesty, Dota 2 is kind of a toxic place. But yeah, very friendly people is the Discord community.
Oh yeah, this one actually true. Like the community maybe like for a month already, right? Like I don't see anyone that like arguing with each other.
Not yet, ah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No,
friendly,
she said
friendly.
not yet.
Oh, friendly first.
Because I like drama as well. I don't like the drama come from me. I like the drama.
He likes to be the one holding the popcorn and then watching.
The truth behind the scene. You think these people are like, actually they all love drama.
Okay, wait, but are you guys toxic or not? Okay, in game and in real life.
In real life, I'm very toxic as like sarcastic against a friend.
Okay.
Like I'm a very introvert guy, to be honest.
Really, man?
Cannot tell.
Cannot tell. Last time is even more. I think Flava know. Right? Last time is
Because I did a lot of interviews with him back then. So
now it's better lah. But I like to make fun of my friend. Yeah.
What about in game?
In game, last time I think
out of 10.
I think quite toxic, to be honest.
So if you were to give yourself a number, what would it be?
When I'm still a player,
Yeah.
8, 9,
Ooh, high.
because I wanted to win. Like my mindset right now, I don't care about MMR anymore. I don't care about winning, right? So I just have fun. I don't give a shit.
I go to.
Yeah, but the mentality has to be changed first, lah. Because something I think every one of us is like if we take things very seriously, we will have emotion. That's what got into me, lah.
Wow.
Actually, it's true lah. The higher MMR you are, or you know more about the game, right, you will be more toxic one, because you just cannot understand why people are doing the things that they do. Like, so when you don't understand why you have to do this, right, then it gets very frustrating, Yeah.
Why you don't know how to do it?
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to fix on this. I believe that you have certain expectation, especially when you're immortal, right?
Yeah.
So it's not just getting like 5K, 6K, especially when you go in a higher stack, like 9K, 10K. I think you're in that position, you're like, you have a certain level of expectation. You cannot even do something so basic.
Correct.
Like, you're like, oh, yeah, this one also you misclick, this one also you do this kind of things.
That's why they say stupid people are the happiest, because they don't know anything.
It's true.
They just go about their life,
Yeah, talking about this, right? I remember last time when I started playing more, right, I have a friend that just used to spam a lot of pubs on, and then he keep telling me I'm so tilted. And then I'm like, what the hell means tilted? I have no idea about this mental state of being tilted. So I never tilt before I know this. And then funnily, ever since I saw him tilt in real life, and then I'm like, I get the same kind of frustration from him sometimes in games.
Yeah.
And then I start to get tilted myself also.
Yeah.
So I thought it's just funny. Before I was introduced to this thing, I never get tilted before.
So-
But ever since that it happens to me.
So do you think you're a toxic person? In general?
I think maybe 3 years ago when I was grinding a lot, maybe I was a little bit toxic, I'll admit. Maybe like a 7.5 out of 10.
Really?
I like how you say it. What is this? Bro, you don't know how to gauge the...
Okay, I feel like that's because I feel like I'm trying to make something out of this.
Okay.
And then I don't have a lot of time left to try to get an opportunity. So it feels like the time is always against me. And then when this happens, then you start to get a bit impatient, things like that. Then I think it prompts me into that a bit toxic kind of place. But then ever since I got to Europe, right, then I realized, holy shit, man, I had the opportunity to work at S4. It's a big honor, I think. I think he opened my third eye, to be honest, to Dota. I feel like there's so many things that I actually didn't know. Even after working in the scene for like 5 years, I feel like I'm, all the basics I'm missing all this time. And then from there, I realized, right, even though I've got the experience watching a lot of games, casting a lot of games, and then I feel like at the end of the day, I actually still have so much things that I don't know. Then ever since that, I feel like I managed to humble myself a little bit. Yeah, and then right now, I wouldn't say I'm toxic anymore. I mostly don't really talk right now when I'm playing pubs.
Okay. But since you say you're like in EU, right, for Alliance, like how do you compare the players there and here? Both pubs and pros, like I would say. Are they more chill there?
Actually,
they're more toxic?
I feel like quite similar one.
I think they are quite toxic also, right?
Yeah.
They are more even drama actually.
Yeah.
Really, yeah?
Because the thing about EU, right?
Because people shit a lot of C players and you're like, oh,
They say we're the
like
most
that.
toxic region.
Exactly. And
The Europeans, the way they flame you is they name drop you. It's like Leon, Arthur, you're so damn bad, you are like a piece of like that. They like to be very up close and personal. But I feel like in Southeast Asia, people flame you on your gameplay. So personally, to me, that's the difference.
I see.
So a lot of players, I brought some players to Europe before, and then I feel like the one thing that I always warn them is that this pub is really toxic. Don't get affected by those things,
I think I will cry.
Because they are really personal and they are like always mentioning your name. When they flame you, they mention your name first, and then they flame you.
Yeah, I agree. In C, they don't call your name. It's not important. It's not important.
Yeah, they call your hero name maybe.
Yeah.
One of my ex-players, your Pash, right?
Yeah.
He went to the, I think, and then right
Shopify.
now. Shopify. And then like, recently I saw one video that I think it's Jatoro.
No, Toronto, Tokyo. I saw the.
Is it
Yes.
Yeah. It's very funny, right?
Yes.
It's like, you are low rank
He says
players and all
in
that.
2024 you are still 200 rank as a mid player.
Then the Toronto Tokyo get wrecked.
Yeah.
I saw that one, man. That was brutal.
And I can tell you that is out of nowhere because I don't think Yopash and Toronto Tokyo have like any beef at all. So it's like out of nowhere one. So they like to do this kind of things.
You made a mistake and then
Exactly.
he attacked you. It's like, I just want to attack you.
The game barely even started yet,
So
it's just funny. The cultural difference is kind of big. Yeah.
So should we feel better that we're not the only ones toxic in C? I mean,
Different way of
Friends kind
I
of
would
toxic
say.
lah.
okay, probably honestly, right? I have never played in a different server, so I would not have known of this. But by the looks of what people say online, like the way that you see Toxin, coming to C, and they were like, oh no, C is like tough, people are toxic and all this. But you guys have experienced it, so you would know how toxic other regions are.
But you guys are in like the public limelight, right? Do you guys read all the hate comments, like Reddit or like just Facebook comments? Do you guys go and read like what people say about you?
Last time maybe when I was still very very young.
Oh, now no more lah.
Until now, I don't care. Right?
You made it in life, lah. Why you want to care so much about what people say? You made it already, right?
Like no matter what you do, right? There's some people agree and some people that don't agree.
True.
Yeah. So why do I care so much?
Yeah. But overall, like after knowing them personally, right, I honestly don't think you guys are toxic at all. Like you say you're toxic in game on, but when I meet you in real life, right, I feel like you know how to 做人. Yeah, you're very socially aware. Like
Because you hang out with him, it doesn't affect his rank.
That is true.
Whatever you do now, right, does not kacau him.
Yeah. But some people are like, oh,
Exactly,
I heard you're very toxic, But then I'm like, really, man? I don't feel so. Yeah.
Don't play together.
To keep this positive light on Mushi in your eyes, right? Don't
Yeah,
play
don't
with
play. Yeah, don't play with him.
Right. So what about you? Do you think that you're toxic when you're playing games?
No leh.
No.
Not really leh.
Okay. I think next time we do a test. You know why? She's very good at Baron, right? I mean, better than me for sure.
Okay.
Then the next time I play with her, you will know. You know the truth.
And it has to be a rank game.
Yeah.
It has to be a rank game.
No, but for me, I swear a lot, but I don't swear to them. I swear to myself. I'm like, why the fuck this guy like that? But I won't like open mic tell them. Yeah, I'm not like
You will
that.
be in Discord.
Yeah.
You'll be in Discord.
Well, I think it's
you
only to
cannot
the
be
viewers.
for
I think it's
yourself.
only to the viewers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she doesn't say it to the team.
But I say to my friends, like, hey, why this guy like that one? Don't know how to play one, this guy.
But this guy Mushi shit playing Baron.
Who is this guy impersonating?
Stick to play Dota only lah.
You come to the wrong game already.
Oh shit.
Hey, but what do you guys think, right? Like, people can do to, make themselves more, like, give, like, how to say, like, get themselves more recognition from, like, orgs and, like, yeah.
So I have the opportunity of working with Dota right now, right? And then I saw him getting blasted by DMs all the time. Like people would just reach out to him and then say, do a self-introduction and then say, okay, can I get a chance to try out or play for Alliance, things like that. So I don't know if this happens often in Southeast Asia. I don't know. Mushi, have you received any DMs like that? Got lah.
People say, pick me to join your team.
Yeah, although I'm not actually still a lot.
Yeah. Do you?
Or maybe like a lot of people ask me though, how can I go pro? Like, all these questions. I receive a lot.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, right, a lot of the DMs like that comes from the rather low rank player. But the high rank player, they I don't think they often reach out directly
So they
like
just
this.
wait, is it, for the offer to come?
Sometimes, yeah.
I think they're in a position where they're not. I know people will come to me.
But this only applies to a very small pool of players, maybe like top 100.
Yeah, 200.
What?
Yeah.
But what if you are the top 200,
Yeah,
300?
yeah.
Then I think probably you need to find some way to make friends. You need to find a way to have people know about your name.
I agree.
And I think it comes very close to, because recently I feel like the pub reputation, we were talking about pub, right? The pub reputation, to me at least, I feel like is very important. Because when we look at players, you mentioned you look at skill, but I feel like I look at the reputation a lot also, because I want to know that this guy that I might want to work with, he is someone that people want to play together with. But because if this guy is someone that people don't enjoy working with, then I feel like it's very hard to integrate him into the team. Yeah. Do you feel the same?
See how good you are, lah.
It has to be, depends on how good you are, I guess.
I believe that even though I'm a player before back then, there's still a lot of people want to play with me. Because
You're just that good.
I was just that good. Then I'm a lead of the team, so people will listen to me. Yeah.
But do you think that should be the mentality though? Like you just play and hope to get scouted?
I feel like a lot of pro players, they just don't really know what can they do. So they just keep playing, they just keep grinding, and hopefully one day a Mushi will come to me, a Puppy will come to me, a Seb will come to me. Yeah, but I think right now, I feel like people are looking more into pubs right now. This is where Amar comes from, the Maurins, the Miracle come from, and then I feel like you kind of just have to make a name for yourself, lah. But if you are not at the top 100, then maybe you need to really make some friends, make some connections.
I think this is the reason that I think all gamers are kind of introvert.
Yeah lor.
Now, like example, after I make this community, right, they know that my intention to build the community, to make, to guide new players. A lot of people come and message me already. Yeah, so they were there because they know that I'm willing to help. I think all other players right now, they don't know that if they are okay to help or not.
True.
So they are very shy to help, shy to ask, I believe.
I would say like in this competitive scene, asking for help is actually a skill, because not a lot of people dare to ask for help. Sometimes they feel like asking for help is a weakness, but actually it opens a lot of doors for them if they just take the first step.
If I were to be realistic, right? If I'm like a nobody and you're like trying to DM, for example, Mushi, like me, PM Mushi, what are the chances of Mushi opening up my text message and replying to me? And then you imagine, like you said, people imagine a lot of things. Probably there's 1,000 people texting Mushi. You think, why would he lie at me and not these 1,000 people? And probably these people are much bigger person. There's a lot of questions, from people and all this. Yeah.
But sometimes you just have to shoot your shots, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think it's better to make a move rather than not making a move at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, take your shot. I think that's the best way of actually saying it.
I always thinking so much about Juan. Like last time we were always thinking so much like we seen the pretty girl, okay? Then we will think like, we have a boyfriend already, blah, blah, blah. Then maybe like end up like we found out she shouldn't have a boyfriend because many people are
Think the same.
Yeah,
so nobody make the move.
Okay.
Okay lah, but for the local community, right? Like how do you think like we can help them? Like since you're making like the community grow, right? If let's say someone is aspiring to get into like the pro scene, right? What do you think we can do? And also what do you think like they can do for themselves also? I mean, I guess maybe just now you said, right, they should like make more connection and stuff like that. Yeah, but what about us? What do you think we can do for them?
About how we help them, I think also we need to make more in-house game to also that telling them like sometimes I will do analyze replay.
Oh, okay.
I never do analyze replay for outside public, for the public, for the community, so that they would know that how actually is a pro thinking, right? And also I want to do more event. Yeah, more online event, and hopefully that it will be offline event in the future, so that they will have a chances and place to enjoy and play. Yeah, so I think I just have to imagine that back then how I become that level. So I just want to create the opportunity back to them. Yeah.
Understand.
But talking on that, right? Maybe just a follow up, right? do you plan in the future to do like a workshop, like with a few people?
I think
For example,
I want to
you
take more information.
20, 30 slots, like, I don't know, 20 slots and have a workshop.
This feels like something you would want. The way you are promoting
No,
it.
the thing is, like, I think it's kind of greedy. I think it's kind of impossible that if I reach out to you and then you're going to respond, I want you to watch my review video and all this. If 100 people, if people find out that you're actually doing such a thing, it's not realistic for you to spend 100 people's reviews and doing it and all this, right? For sure, you will want something that can cater to a lot more people.
True.
Yeah, and I agree. Even personally, I would love to see that. I want to hear personally from you in the actual setting. Yeah.
Actually, the community is actually more than that lah. But I have more planning in the future, so that I don't want the community just can be just the pro players. They can also be a caster. They can learn from some of the caster. Let's say if Flava casting, example, if you casting, and I'm a newbie, I hope to learn casting. And since Flava is here, can I cast with you? And I'm sure that he will be willing to help this also. And all of the other role as well, like how to event organizing, and coaching and manager as well. Because in the esports industry, there's a lot more.
Yeah, people always think there's just pro players, right?
Also, your vision is to be creating
Like
more
a breeding
opportunities for
Into
anyone that
But into esports.
into esports in general.
Yeah.
So
And-
not just playing.
I think that's very smart thinking because he's not just looking at pro player, but also educating people of the other options available.
Yes. And also, I think this will be one of the things that is related to education for esports.
True.
For esports.
Yeah.
Because for me, that I'm not really study person. I'm not very good at studying. So that I was thinking, how many people that is so lucky on me can got into the esports? If I'm not studying very well, I will have to work for other stuff that might not getting so much income, right?
Yeah.
Why not if I have a chance to get into the esports, whatever thing like caster, manager, coaching, and event and everything. It also can be good income. Yeah. Even though I'm not good at study.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Now, I want to go into this topic, right? You tap into income. And of course, this is an opportunity for people to ask, now, how good is the money? Yeah, so when it comes to, since you've been in pro teams, you've been in big organizations, how good is the money?
Can I change it?
No, this is all information for you too, because you also
Oh, no.
okay? Yeah, how good is the money?
I think good enough until that I can sustain few family lah.
Well,
Few family.
Few family. Wait.
Like my wife family, my parents,
My family also can.
and my family.
Yeah, can we
Yeah, exactly.
talk about?
So,
Are we fam here?
I'm like family now. I'm like a bit lost. So
Yeah, I mean like definitely we can treat it like a sport at this. We earn quite big money and fast money, but we also cannot do this forever.
understood.
So we need to know how to manage our finance well, and by the time that we are retirement, we have something else. Yeah,
Oh, that's like content creation law.
Wow.
Content creators also same.
Yeah.
same lah.
Yeah,
We have a
cannot do forever.
timeline definitely.
I think it's a smart thing when you mentioned about you were being realistic when you say that I know you get a lot of money, but there's also a limit to how much you can do. Like for example, player, there's a point where you'll not be a player anymore.
Yes.
And so you have to be like very disciplined. Like,
Like, you must be appreciate your time when you're playing lah.
I think most people don't share this kind of things.
I appreciate you sharing out, but it's also hurt me because you are kind of telling people how I am.
I didn't say anything.
Because you say that like no people share this before, I think it's also because no people as old as I am.
I'm not saying this.
I
but,
can't help you.
Hey, at the start of this conversation, he said, I've been playing Dota for 20 years. You know, it's 20 already. You started the show. I was only listening. So I was like, oh, so he's more than open to share how long he played the game. Right?
Yeah.
But talking on the topic about money, yeah, people see, bigger player, you get people, here's the thing, people like, oh, salary, look at it, got a gaming house, and then you've got tournament, look at PI, the highest paid one was a 40 million USD.
Shit.
Of course, not the recent one, because that one very small.
Yeah.
But yeah, so big money, and then look at you guys, these guys must be freaking millionaires and everything like that. So the money is good, which led to a few cases that there are some kids out there who look at these people who win a lot, and they're like, hey, why should I continue studying when I can just win tournament, play game, can
Yeah.
win so much. And there were cases, they tell their parents, they tell their teachers, like,
But there's a disparity, right? Because you are in tier 1 ma.
Yeah,
so the
you
money is very good. But tier 2 is like, I heard different stories though.
Yeah,
Like,
not
very
not as good as tier 1, but they can sustain themselves lah. It's like they can pay off the wife quite okay lah. I would say even tier 2.
Is it?
I think I can relate to this more because I'm kind of at the tier 2 right now, to be honest. And then I feel like there's a big jump between tier 1 and tier 2. And then sometimes, because in my early years of grinding in esports, right, I barely making any money one. So I would say, and maybe many players, up and coming players can relate also, which is they grind their rank or whatever before they get their first big opportunities, right? They are like not a lot of money. But then when you get the one boom, good opportunity, then maybe suddenly you go from nothing to a lot.
Yeah.
And then if you are getting better enough to win tournaments, then it jump even higher.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think a lot of this really relate to how good you are in the game and playing as an athlete, and then it depends on your performance, of course.
Yeah. Even though as Southeast Asia, even though I think the tier 2 it can have like $2 to $3K, right? But I think it's quite a good money though
For Malaysian especially, this is like 10K plus already.
Yeah.
10K plus
For
ringgit.
Malaysia, for people that in Southeast Asia lah, not let's say Southeast Asia, I think can live a good life already. Yeah. When you are 20 plus years old, right? Yeah.
But it depends on the game also, right?
Yeah, it depends on the game definitely.
But it's also because we are very good lah. You know, this is coming from the tier 1, and then
Back then we don't know anything. We don't know like how far this can go. Yeah.
Sure.
We don't know there's a tournament that worth $40 million. Okay, we know, right?
yeah, I will also say a lot of pro players that are in the scene right now, they are not here because of the money at the first place. It's because of the passion for the game. And then it's just very fortunate, like Mushi say, that we can also support ourselves lor. And the money, is there in the scene.
Yeah.
Oh, so this brings me to the question. Do you think, right, players should focus on their branding? Because I feel like they just focus on playing, right? They don't really enjoy doing content. Because they feel like, it doesn't help me. But I think a lot of people nowadays, like a lot of orgs, they feel like, why don't you let me brand you? I think it's good for you.
I like this idea actually. I think based on this, a lot of players don't brand themselves. Even myself, right? But I like the way that how Korea brand their players.
Oh,
I think
okay.
all the Korea, they are like K-pop stars,
Like celebrity.
the celebrity, the faker, right? I think no one has ever brand better than him. But I believe this is not created by himself, but also the behind the team.
The organizations.
Yes. Yeah. So I think it's very, very important. Very important.
Yeah.
I would say it's a two-way street also because you know some of the organization they might be willing to help, but the player themselves they are not willing to do so. A lot of players they are more introvert, so you kind of need to have the personality to step out there in front of the camera and have a personality. I would say players like Queen, Saberlight, they are very good in doing so. And then the Team Spirit boys are also doing so. They are like celebrities right now in the scene, right?
Yeah.
They do the blogs and all that. They are very engaging with the audiences. So I think these are the things that when you get to a certain level and you wish to increase the longevity of your career, this is something that you might want to think of picking up.
Right.
But it's not for everyone, of course.
Correct.
Yeah.
Probably something you get right on after, let's say, for example, your career as an athlete or even as a coach or a manager, whatever it may be. And then you can still write on your branding that you have so much. You must have had a lot of followers. You built so much. You can still make something out of it as well.
Exactly.
I think the main reason is because many people that they don't see their future. They don't look.
They don't plan.
They don't plan. Let's say okay. Every League of Legends players, the Faker is their top. They know how Faker doing. They want to become the second Faker. But in Dota, no one has ever brand themselves like very, very high. Even though they are not playing.
Like there's no role model, you mean?
Like a lot lah, like maybe the Sep and Noctil, a lot, but that none of it is better than Faker, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think that people don't see that.
So people don't have the vision.
Yeah, don't have the vision.
Don't have the vision.
So they think that not needed to.
You're right, though. Yeah. I look at Dota and I'm like, who's like... Number one changes all the time.
Yeah,
And
changes
Ryan?
all the time.
Riot, you know, they go to the lengths, like their music video, they put Faker in the music video, you know. Yeah, it's like crazy, like the way they brand.
And that's a good example that, you know, the two-way street, right? Faker is willing to step out there, and then Riot is also willing to help him get to the top.
I think Faker willing to step out there because he's living in Korea. Because, like, I think the K-pop star, the way that the K-pop star coming out,
Oh yeah.
and they make it like following up, you know.
Now we agree that there's a lack of like this role model in Dota, right?
Yeah.
Which screams to me that, you know, this is a huge opportunity in a scene that like people, if you want to go out there and be this, you know, that there's no one there right now. So the spot is vacant. So if you want to, you know, fight for the spot, because from an organization's perspective, right, you would want a talent like this as well because it's so brandable.
Yeah.
You sell to your sponsors, you know. This is why the Thompson is always going to be so popular in terms of, like, when it comes to the shuffle market, every team wants to get him because he's got them Thompson. You know, his brand is there. Like Ana, which is why, you know, Ana can go 2 years in Maple Story and then come back and people will still want to play with him because it's Ana. You know, the brand is there.
Hey guys, so we actually talk a lot and we don't have time to fit it all in one part. So we're going to have part 2 coming out soon. So remember to check it out.
Stay tuned.
After she denied the edges, actually I don't know the edges has been denied.
Oh wait, you didn't know?
I didn't know at first.
How long did you not know?
I think after a few moments, then Exting tell me, hey Mushi, do you know the edges was denied?